Andrea's Trini Kitchen. And today in my kitchen, I am going to whip up a jerk chicken done in the oven style jerk chicken. Normally, the right way to do jerk chicken is on a grill, but if you don't have a grill and you want to really savor the taste of this Caribbean cuisine, you're gonna stick it in the oven. And I'm gonna be using some seasonings that are indigenous to the Caribbean, right? We have thyme, we have some green onions, we call this chives in Trinidad. We have fresh onion, some garlic. I'm going to be using a half of a bell pepper, this is the yellow one, a half of a red bell pepper, and in one of my videos, I would like you to go and look at one of my videos where I made green seasoning. In the Caribbean, you must have a bottle of green seasoning, right? In this green seasoning, it has thyme, chive, pepper, shadow, benny, onion, garlic, right? Everything it have in here. You understand? You blend it up and you have your seasoning. You can keep it there in the refrigerator for as long as you want. You season your fish, you season your chicken, your meats, you know. Okay, let's move on. I'm going to be using today some jerk seasoning, and this is the spicy, this is the real hot jerk seasoning. Now when you're using this jerk seasoning, you don't need to put salt to season your chicken. You understand? Because this has a lot of salt in it. But I'm going to be using some all-purpose seasoning, okay, instead of the salt. And here I have some cock seasoning, some black pepper, some browning, right? I have some balsamic vinegar. And you know, during the Corona season, when everybody was looking to rush and buy groceries, I pick up about 10 bottles of oil. So I'm going to be using this grapeseed oil. You could use any oil, but I have this in stock, so I'm going to be using this. And also, I'm going to be using some pimento seeds. Okay? And this is what I'm going to be using for the marinated sauce. The jerk sauce. Right? It's a jerk barbecue sauce. So, here we go with the preparation. Well, you know, we people in the Caribbean, right? I had to talk for Trinidad because, you know, I don't know, I've never been in the home of any other Caribbean person, but I'm talking about a Trinidadian. Trinidadians love to wash the meat with lime or lemon. You understand? So you cut a lime. This is a juicy, nice lime. You see how juicy and nice it is? You squeeze out the juice in the lime. And you wash your meat. This is giving your chicken a nice lime bath. You understand? The reason why you wash it with lime is to take out all the freshness. You're taking out all that freshness. You don't want when you're eating a meat, you're smelling that freshness, right? You take your hand and you squeeze in. This is what you call squeezing in. You understand? You wash your meat well nice. You have to wash your meat with lime or lemon. And then you squeeze all the excess water. You throw it in a bowl. Jerk chicken today coming from Andrea's Trini's Kitchen. For those of you who are new to my channel, welcome aboard to Andrea's Trini Show, where loads of recipe comes on a weekly basis to you guys. Like, comment, share my video with family or friends, and certainly subscribe to my channel. Alright, so the next step, what I'm going to do, I'm going to blend up some seasoning. I'm going to blend up some additional seasoning to add to this so you can get your food tasting real seasoned. So, you see the roots of this green onion? You don't need to throw this out. You just cut it like this and stick it in some manure, right? And you will have fresh, nice green onions coming up in no time. So, I'm going to cut this up. I have 3 stalks of green onion, as I've said. Cut it up. And I'm going to cut up a small onion also. Now, when I'm shopping for onions, I like to buy the small onions. I don't like them big onions. You understand what I'm saying? Because, as I said in one of my videos, if you cut one onion, like a big onion, and you put it in the refrigerator after using, let's say, half of it, right? And you don't cook in a while, it's going to go bad. And that is a loss of money. So you don't want all of that. Right, so this is what you do. You put a little water from the pipe Put a little water. You understand? Throw in some garlic, like, let me see, 5 or 6 heads of garlic. It all depends on your flavor. Right? And you blend it away. You stop for a while and you put in the bell pepper. All of these has been washed, okay guys? Right? You realize I'm not putting any other sort of hot pepper because I'm telling you that jerk seasoning, this jerk seasoning is very, very spicy. Okay? So I'm gonna cut up the yellow bell. Throw that in also. This is gonna flavor up your chicken so nice. So guys, this is how I make my bubble jerk chicken. And thyme, fresh thyme, I always rinse my thyme. And I also like to take out that hard stalk, you know. Sometimes you get a hard stalk in it. You take out the hard stalk. And then you break it in the middle. And you blend away again. Put in the last piece of that pepper. Anything remaining? Oh, piece of ginger. Little piece of ginger. It all depends on how much you want. Cut up a piece of ginger and throw in that and the rest of the onion, because this is a small onion. Okay? So I'm telling you, the flavor that is going to be coming out of that chicken is going to be out of this world. You see, you can't play mass and freight powder in Andrea's Trini kitchen. You clean up your mess afterwards. So this is how it looks when it's blended. And you just pour all this avalanche of seasoning. It's like an avalanche of seasoning into your chicken. You understand? Now, you take your hand and you rub it in. You rub it in real nice. Oh gosh, it's smelling so good already. It's smelling real good. The flavors coming out from that. So now what I'm going to do, I'm going to add some black pepper. You can add it before if you want, but I like to add my black pepper anytime I feel like, you know. It's a choice. So you sprinkle some black pepper, generous amount. You sprinkle some in this cock seasoning, generous amount also. All-purpose seasoning, again, a generous amount. Okay, and you want to put some whole allspice, pimento seeds. Okay, you don't want to put too much of this because you know this is going to overwhelm the flavor of the jerk. So I just put a few, just about, let me see, about 8. You just sprinkle that inside here. And my homemade green seasoning. As I tell you, you want to bring out that cilantro flavor, right? So I'm going to put 2 whooping tablespoons of homemade green seasoning. You understand? Now, this jerk seasoning, hot and spicy. If you have to feed people like children and stuff like that, you don't want to put too much, right? But it's jerk chicken, so you want to make it spicy enough. So I put like 3 tablespoons. 3 teaspoons in fact, not tablespoon, 3 teaspoons. And you take your hand and you massage. Some people like to put on gloves and all that stuff. I ain't in the glove business. God, this thing's smelling like it. Wow. Folks, this is how you make homemade jerk chicken. So I'm going to leave this here to marinate for about 25 minutes and I'll be back. Okay, to bake this chicken, I like to put a little bit of ketchup in my baking dish. Everybody do it different, you understand? I like to put a little bit of, and then put a little bit of this again. Smear a little bit of this jug seasoning. So you sort of incorporate the two of them together. Now you take your chicken and you rest it nicely. And you take the juices and you just pass it on top, you understand? Take your hand and scoop it out. Get all that pimento seeds, everything is like that. Oh, this thing smelling so good. It's smelling so edible already. You make sure you get the juices. See all that seasoning, all that fresh seasoning mixed with that blended seasoning? You can't go wrong. You can't go wrong. I'm putting all the seasoning. I'm telling you, it's an avalanche of flavors here. And you're gonna bake this uncovered, okay? You don't need to put no foil on top of this. I'll just taste it. It tastes so good. Alright, so we're gonna wait for the oven to hit 350. But before we do that, I forget we have these two beautiful persons here. I'm gonna put some brown in. Bring in that nice color. Put that brown in. And you just mess with it a little bit. You mess with it a little bit. You have to mess with it a little bit, you understand? And then you put a little bit of vinegar. Alright, I think that's it. I don't think I left out anything. So we're gonna wait for that oven to hit that 350 marker, and then I'll stick in this bad boy inside here. See you in a little bit. Okay, the chicken is well marinated. You can see all the colors here. This is gonna be a real tasty chicken. So the oven now has been set at 350 degrees Fahrenheit, and I'm gonna stick it in the oven and leave it on one side for like 30-35 minutes and roughly 1 hour baking time. So at least 30 minutes on each side. So I'm going to be turning this in another 30 minutes. So I'll be back. But before that, let me stick it in the oven. So I'll be back in 30 minutes to show you how it looks. Okay. The chicken has been in the oven for a little about 35 minutes. And this is the color it is. See how nice it is? So what I'm going to do, I'm going to flip it over. Right? It has that nice color on the top. Wow, you see all the seasoning just sticking out there in the thyme. Wow, it smells so good inside here. So I'm going to flip each one of them over and then put it back to bake for another 30 minutes. Yeah, roughly 30 minutes. Then it gets that nice coating on the other side. See that coating? Wow. And then we're going to be eating this today with some macaroni pie. And I have some potato salad and stuff like that there. Right, so I'm going to stick this back in the oven for another 30-35 minutes. And then I'll come back with the finished product. I'm going to take out this chicken. Rest it in this nice dish. So I'm going to make something that is very simple, nothing complicated. So I'm going to be using regular tomato ketchup. So I'm going to be using like 2 cups. 2 cups of ketchup to make the sauce. I'm going to be using original barbecue sauce. Just 1 cup. 1 cup. Also, I'm going to be using Worcestershire sauce. Now, this is a tongue twister. You put about a tablespoon. And I'm using here balsamic vinegar. About 1 tablespoon also. And some sugar. 1.5 tablespoon of sugar, brown sugar. Use a little black pepper also. Half a teaspoon of black pepper. And garlic powder. Half a teaspoon of garlic powder. So what you want to do, you want to combine this together. Put your stove on, medium to high. And let's cook this for about 10 minutes and I'll be back. Now the sauce has been cooking for 10 minutes and look how thick and nice it is. This is what you like. So what you do, you pour it over the chicken. Look at that. Pour that over that chicken. We are going to really enjoy this meal today. So guys, if you like what you see, give this video the thumbs up. Like, leave a comment in the comment box.